Hello, today we are going to discuss about urinary system. The urinary system includes a pair of kidneys. The main role of kidneys are the process of excretion. Uh, it eliminates unwanted substances and metabolic waste from the body. It is also done by our digestive system and lungs and liver and skin. The main excretion is done by our renal system. That is, our renal system includes a pair of kidneys, ureters, and urinary bladder and urethra. This is our diagrammatic representation of a renal system. It has a pair of kidneys and veins and arteries of kidneys are called as renal vein and renal artery, and inferior vena cava, aorta, and ureters for carrying urine from kidneys to bladder, and urethra for passing urine out of the bladder. We will discuss about our functions of kidney. The main role of kidney is maintaining a homeostasis condition, that is, it is accompanied by formation of urine, that is, urine is formed by excreting waste products and maintaining the water balance, and also it maintains electrolyte and acid base balance. It also has a function of hemopoietic function, that is, erythropoietin and thrombopoietins are produced by the kidneys, and it also responsible for endocrine functions, that is, kidney secrete hormones. They are called as erythropoietin, thrombopoietins, renins, and cholesterol and prostaglandins. These hormones are secreted by the kidneys, and also it regulates blood pressure, and it also regulates our blood calcium level. The main functional anatomy of kidney is here depicted. The anatomy cross-sectional view is like this only. It has a outer cortex and inner medulla and renal sinus. This outer cortex is an spongy layer, and inner medulla has a medullary pyramids, and inner renal has a renal sinus, arteries, and pelvis and veins, and it also has a major calyx and minor calyx. The main functional unit of a kidney is nephron, and it is a mainly structural and functional unit. It is responsible for all the formation of urines. It consists around 1 to 1.5 millions of nephrons are present in the kidneys. Each nephron has two different parts, that is Malpighian corpuscle and renal tubules. Uh, this is a functional model of a nephron. This nephron has a glomerulus that is depicted in this red part. It has a atrial afferent arterioles and efferent arterioles that are placed inside the Bowman capsule. Then followed by it has a proximal convoluted tube and distal convoluted tubules. The proximal part carried by main functional unit. Most of the functions are happened and absorption process will happen there, and mainly the nephrons are classified in the outer cortex and inner cortex. The outer cortex, the nephrons are called as superficial nephrons, and most of the neurons nephrons are 80% of most of the nephrons is having a corpuscles in the outer cortex of the kidney. Around 80%, 85% of the nephrons are cortical nephrons, and the juxtamedullary nephrons are present inside the cortex. And this is a functional anatomy, that is, the shaded portion is called here, depicted here, the cortical nephron. Then juxtamedullary nephrons is another layer, then outer medulla, inner medulla, then inside the renal sinus. This is a collecting tug is presented in the center of that structure. The main renal corpuscle has two parts, that is glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. This is a structure. Next, we will see about the urine formation. The urine formation is a blood cleansing function. It is normally 1300 ml of blood that is excrete the unwanted substances. About one day it will 1 liter to 1.5 liter it will excrete, and the process of urine formation will happen in the following ways. That is, when the blood passes through the glomerulus capillaries, the plasma is filtered into the Bowman's capsule. This process is called glomerular filtration. Glomerular capillaries, then plasma is filtered into the Bowman capsule. This process is called of glomerular filtration. From the filter from the Bowman capsule pass through the tubular portions of the nephron. While passing through this tubule, the filtrate undergoes various changes both in the quality and the quantity. Mainly the wanted substances like glucose, amino acid, waters, and electrolytes are reabsorbed from the tubules. This process is called tubular reabsorptions. In that portion, there are some unwanted substances are secreted into the tubule from the peritubular blood vessels. This process is called tubular secretion or excretion. This process has happened in three phases. The first one is glomerular filtration, second is tubular reabsorption, then tubular secretion. Among this process, filtration of all the functions is only happening, that is reabsorption and secretion are the main portions happening in the nephron. And this is a functional diagram, that is when the arterial blood is entering into the glomerulus, the filtration will happen. After the tubular portion, the reabsorption and secretion will happen. Then the excretory materials are excreted as a urine. Then it will peritubular capillaries, it is reabsorbed and secreted as into the venous blood. And this is a glomerular filtration phase. It has a three layers, that is the capillary membrane, basement membrane, and visceral layer of the Bowman's capsule. The glomerular capillary is nothing but the layer first above that basement of membrane, then visceral membrane will be there. Next, this is a structure. Here, filtration membrane and the renal capsules will be there in the red portion, and the visceral layer of Bowman capsules are depicted as a yellow portion. When the blood passes through the glomerular capillaries, then plasma filtered into the capsule, then the except plasma protein all will filtered from that glomerulus. It is called a glomerular filtrate. This first process is glomerular filtration from the renal arteries. The smaller vessels eventually lead to the glomerulus. Then within the Bowman capsules, there are tiny of network are called glomerulus. Then the rate a kidney filter the blood is known as glomerular filtration rate. It is around 125 ml for a healthy adult. Then what is that net filtration means? It is a pressure balance between the filtration up in the opposing directions. That is, it is glomerular capillary pressure minus colloidal osmotic pressure plus hydrostatic pressure in the Bowman's capsule. Due to the high pressure in the glomerulus, small molecules, including water, glucose, amino acids, are forced through the capillary walls into the Bowman capsules, forming a glomerular filtrate. Large molecules like protein, blood vessels, and remain in the bloodstream. They are to pass through the filtration barrier. Then reabsorption process, the first it is moved into the proximal convoluted tubule and it is reabsorbed through the active and passive elements. The reabsorbs, what are the substances reabsorbed here is water, glucose and amino acids like sodium, potassium and calcium, like that. Then water reabsorption is regulated by the hormones, that is ADH and aldosterone. These are retains enough fluid in for our body. Then tubular secretion is happen in the distal convoluted tubule and collecting duct. These will actively secrete the additional waste products which are not filtered in the glomerulus. This also eliminate hydrogen ions, potassium ions for maintaining a pH, and also it eliminates creatinine and other drugs and toxins. It ensures that excess ions and harmful substances are effectively removed from the body. The final stage of urine as the processed filtrate from the three stages are now called as urine. It is traveled down to the collecting duct and into the renal pelvis, then to the ureters. Then the transport to the urinary bladder. When the bladder fills, the urine is excreted via the urethra. That is a complete entire cycle, maintains the body and electrolytes, remove toxins, and prevents the dehydrations. The kidney filter about 550 gallons of blood per day that makes the urine formation most critical physiological process. Thank you. This is about the urine formation. Next, we will discuss about another sections. Thank you.